Has the highest rate of obesity among children. That's according to the United Nations Children's Fund. So what should you be packing in those lunchboxes tomorrow? I'm joined in studio by Nutritionist Lebo Roda to educate us, rather. She's a member of the task team helping Gauteng schools to combat obesity. Before we get into that conversation and take a look at what you should be packing for your little ones tomorrow, let's hear from the little ones in terms of what they like in their lunchbox.
Yuki, what are healthy foods?
Broccoli, that's my favorite one. I love to eat noodles.
How old are you?
5 years old.
Okay, is it important to eat them though?
Yes.
Why?
Because it can make you big and strong.
And what else?
So you don't get pimples. I'm 6 years old, and for breakfast I eat cornflakes, and if I was given 20 rands for tax money, I would buy chicken strips, astros, and popcorn.
What a disciplined young girl. I wish I was like that when I was her age. Lebo, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Okay, let's take a look, because those are the good babies, right? Yes. Who know exactly that broccoli is good for you and it make you big and strong and you don't get pimples. Too cute. Let's take a look at what you have in terms of healthy lunch for your kids. But before we do that, actually, let's start with breakfast.
Yes.
First meal of the day. How important is that?
Breakfast is very, very important to start the day with. We know that you've been sleeping, the body has been fasting for some hours.
Yeah.
So it's very critical that in the morning children have breakfast. And not just breakfast, but we need to take into cognizance the food items that we include in the meal plan when we plan in the breakfast in the morning.
So the Fruit Loops with all the sugar and that stuff?
Yes.
Yes or no?
It's a no. We actually trying hard to get South African children to reduce the sugar consumption, because studies have shown that South African children are consuming high amounts of sugar. So the breakfast cereals that have high sugar content, parents should actually try and avoid giving children breakfast cereals with high sugar content. And fruits. South African children, studies have shown that they eat less amounts of fruit every day, which is a problem.
And there's good sugars in fruit.
There is.
Fruits,
So it's important that with breakfast you have porridge in the morning. They can give children porridge in the morning.
But in these busy days where mommy has to be out in an hour and we really don't have time, you sort of grab everything and you give to your child. Hey, that's a danger.
That is a danger. The same way we plan for our meetings when we go to work, it's important to actually plan for breakfast.
Sure.
You can plan the previous night. You can make sure that you have boiled egg in the morning, and you can boil it the previous night. You can make sure that the porridge, you cook it in the evening and you have it ready for the morning. You can cut the fruits the previous night and make sure that you have the cut pieces of fruits ready for the child in the morning, so they can grab quickly and have portion sizes that we recommend as well. So because portion size is also another matter that we need to take into cognizance. Milk, because calcium is a problem. Studies have shown that children are not consuming enough calcium-rich food. So we've got to include milk as well.
Okay, let's take a look at this lunchbox. What do you have in here for us? You've got fruit chopped up into little pieces.
Yes. So for lunchbox, we need to take into cognizance that there are various food items that you can include in the lunchbox. But main culprits that we need to avoid including in the lunchbox, the sugary sweetened beverages. And
that would be your chocolate, perhaps that is in here.
Yes.
So no chocolate for the babas?
No chocolate, please, parents. And bars, energy bars, that parents would quickly opt for, please. try by all means to include fruits in the lunchbox.
Okay.
And because children are so busy, they play a lot at school. They don't have much time. So you can include a whole fruit, or you can cut it nicely into pieces and put it on a stick, and they grab it nicely and have time to play as well.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to bread, we recommend that brown bread and eggs.
Why brown bread?
Brown bread is actually high in fiber. It's whole grain, and as compared to white bread, and it's filling. So we want that they have food that are more filling for quite a longer period, and also include some fruits and vegetables in there. Cut them nicely and.
Right, so this is a cheese sandwich.
Yes.
Okay.
You can include cheese
You mentioned
in
the
there.
importance of calcium, so you've got yogurt here as well. So you've got yogurt, you've got fruit. This is a good lunchbox that talks to the babies that eat well. But then you have parents who have a problem with kids who dictate to them and say, but I don't like bread, or I don't like egg, or I don't like yogurt. Let's take a listen at some of our children who are not so good when it comes to lunchboxes that are healthy.
A healthy meal is a kind of vegetable that has good things inside it that makes it healthy and good for you. For breakfast, I like to have pancakes. For breakfast, I like to have cornflakes.
What I like eating for breakfast is cornflakes or wheat bix, and sometimes I like eating muesli with yogurt.
A healthy meal to me is like healthy food with healthy stuff in it. For example, vitamins and minerals. Like orange that has vitamin C.
And for lunch, I like to eat a sandwich, either with chicken mayo or tuna.
Tara, what's your favorite food?
Pizza and KFC.
And do you like broccoli?
No.
And salads?
I'm not a very heavy eater. I don't like eating. I think it's because I don't want to gain too much weight.
I am 10 years old, and my most favorite meal to eat for breakfast is an omelette with cheese, tomato, and mushroom inside. It is so delicious. My most favorite meal to eat for supper is spaghetti bolognese. It is so delicious.
I'm with you on that one, Nana. There's something that broke my heart there. The young lady talking about how she doesn't eat often because she doesn't want to gain weight. We put so much pressure on our children. I don't know where it comes from, whether it's television and what they see, or whether it's conversations that we have as adults when we're like, oh, bumbanyana, or, you know, so kids see that and they don't want to eat because they don't want to gain weight. Let's talk to children who think that by not eating, they will lose weight.
Yes. You've raised quite a pertinent issue there, because there are studies that show that obese and overweight children have a low self-esteem and have low self-image and low self-concept, and they are being teased a lot by other kids. So that is a problem, and because they are being teased, they tend to withdraw and not even participate in sporting activities. So that has been proven in studies. It's documented. So we need education goes a long way. We cannot overemphasize education, and it all begins with parents. You know, some studies have also shown that there is this cultural belief that when you are big, when you are obese, you're happy as an adult. Yes, exactly. You've been well taken care of. So it's a mindset that we need to change through education. Because as a parent, if I'm obese as a mom and I don't see anything wrong with myself, how am I going to take steps in ensuring that my kids eat a healthy lifestyle, healthy foods, and they maintain a good body weight? So those children that have this understanding of not wanting to eat because they don't want to be obese, because they see that other kids that are obese are being teased. So we really need to educate. We need to reflect on our own beliefs, and when knowledge knocks at the door as a parent, to understand that there are risks and you need to do something about it, because we need to keep the end in mind. What do you want to see at the end in 10 years' time, in 15 years' time? Do you want to see your child in a medical ward suffering from diabetes and coronary heart diseases and all diseases of lifestyle? Or you want to see a child that grows to reach their potential and become an active member of the society?
That's the ultimate goal. Our children all deserve
Definitely.
that. But there's things that we should not be packing for them. There are aisles at our local grocery shops that make our lives so much easier.
Definitely.
You just go, you purchase, you put it in a lunchbox.
Yes.
And this is one
Definitely,
of them.
yes. Most cases we find that even at our schools, the school environment, because environment plays a critical role.
Yeah.
You know, as a mom, as a learner or as a child, you may have that little bit of knowledge from the curriculum, because our schools have in the curriculum the healthy eating habits that they try and impart knowledge to learners. But if the environment does not support that, then it becomes difficult. So accessibility and availability of healthy food items is very critical. So if you go into the shops and do shopping, take your child with, but knowledge plays a key role. If you do not know what you put in that basket, in that trolley, then you are prone to opt for things that are not actually recommended or that would add into the problem of overweight and obesity. So there are processed foods that you may find in most lunch boxes. You find parents packing a white bread and either polony or chips. And we also find in tuck shops that they also sell sausages and crisps.
And crisps, that's always part of the lunchbox. It can stay out. But also what we love.
Exactly,
Right.
it's the
And
sugar
this is what is
reason.
killing our
This
children.
is the culprit, and studies have shown, and it's a huge problem. I mean, in South Africa right now, studies show that children consume high sweetened beverages. You know, and government has taken strides in doing something about it with the sugar tax. We are yet to see with studies how that unfolds, the impact it has. But all it says to us is that instead of opting for a sugary beverage, water. So we have to teach our children to drink more water, you know. And it all begins at home. It all begins at home with parents. We need to take stock of what we keep in the house and modify. You know, you don't have to start afresh. Modify and be better than you were yesterday. You know, we can default, but be better than you were yesterday. And take into cognizance all those things that, you know what, I want a healthy child here. And I have to lead by example.
As well. Exactly. Thank you so much for coming through and sharing with us. And that is Lebo Roda, a nutritionist. And thank you for staying with us. And that's it from the Morning News Today team. #Africa is up next, followed by The Fix with Karima Brown at the top of the hour. Have a fantastic Sunday further. Bye-bye.